Hello and good day. Good evening, should I say. And My name is Randale Patterson, and I'm in Professor Sistrunk's class, the 12:15 p.m. session. Randale Patterson, like I said, hopefully this video is finding you well. This is Excel homework number 5, charts. And here I have pulled up the stock price tab. And what I did first was that I sorted this data from oldest to newest. As you can see, it starts at the 3rd of January 2011 and it ends at the 10th or October the 1st, 2014. And then what I did was I picked a any random cell there, go to insert, and I went to line chart 2D. As you can see, I made one right there in the background. And then what you want to do is right click, select data, and then I simply just selected those two things right there, selected those two columns worth of data. That's the date and the Dow Jones Industrial Average closing, like closing position. And I see that everything is on the right axis here, so I want my dates on the horizontal axis and I want my closing on the y-axis. So I just click OK there, and here we are. We have a small version of this graph that I already made. So here's another version of it right here that I've just made live. And then to get my axis labels there, I just go over here, click the plus, axis titles, bam, now I can just click in right here whatever I want to put. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I can just put closing position right here, and I can put date right here on this axis, and on the first graph I made the title, the whole thing, as Dow Jones Industrial Average adjusted closing by date, right? And then if I want to, I can add a legend right there. Bam, that's all my stuff. I can add trend line. I can add a trend line if I want to, which I did on the first graph. I can add error bars. I can add a data table, yada yada yada. So you get it. There's the original. Here's the original graph that I made, and here's the one that I've just made live. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so this is the graph that I've made live, and this is the graph that I made earlier today. All right, so there's that one. The next one was the home prices. So you gave us this big load of data sets here. And what I did was I went to another page and I did a pivot. I did a pivot chart. I did a pivot table of that last data set, the home prices data set. I did a pivot table, which just basically gives me a count of how many homes were sold in each zip code. And I ordered those zip codes from smallest to greatest, so you can see that 32202 had 3 homes, and then 32204 had 29 homes sold. So I did it by zip code. And then once you have that down, you just go over to charts, and you wanted a bar graph for this, so go ahead and click your bar graph there, and the process is going to be basically the same as before. Let me pick a different cell that I want to graph, and the process is going to be fairly the same. Just select the data that you want, select your data there, This will come up. There you go. And then you see that you want your zip codes on the x-axis and the total sold on the y. So you just go ahead and press OK. And here's your graph. And there's your graph. And the same thing, the same rules apply as before. If I want titles for the axis, I can just click there and then type it in. But as you see, I've already made a whole graph here, just showing you that I know how to make a graph, you know. But I already made a whole total graph there. Get this one out of the way so I can show you the graph that I made earlier. This is my original graph here. You can see that its axes have been labeled. It has a title. Bars are all there. Each individual zip code is listed. And yeah, so that's that one. And the next one was the election results. And here we have the 2012 presidential election results. And again, just went to insert. I didn't even have to do any pivot table for this or anything, because the data was very straightforward. So you just go over to pie charts, hit 2D pie chart, or whichever type of pie chart you would want. I mean, you have to select the cell first. So go to pie chart, 2D. All right, and then right click, select data. And what I did is I just selected the names and the numbers. I found that it will, when you select the names and the numbers, it will give you, it will like head each one the way that you want it headed. So just select it, and then if you see that your data is where you want it to be, then you just click OK, and your chart comes up. Now I styled mine a little bit differently. I think I used this styling right here. Yeah, I use that styling, and it comes with a legend right here on the side. I put in some little percentages there so you could see what percentages of what had what. So you can see that Barack Obama had 51%, Mitt Romney 47%, and then 1% was made up by Gary Johnson, the Libertarian, and that last 1% was split up by Jill Stein and the others. So that's the homework number 5 for charts. I've showed you that I know the process of creating a chart for each of these data sets. I hope you've enjoyed my beautiful little recording here, and thank you and have a nice day.